Good Pet is sponsored by Heritage Animal Hospital.
Well, guys, we have a special treat today. And today's Good Pets, Dr. Jessica Cook is actually here in studio to answer your questions that you posted on Facebook. First of all, Dr. J, thanks for coming here today.
Thank you for having me. I'm excited.
We had a flood of questions on Facebook, and some people even private messaged me saying, hey, Dr. Jessica, please solve this mystery or help with my pet. If you don't mind, I think we can just jump in and get started.
Yeah.
So one of the first questions that I think is cool is they actually asked how you got into the veterinarian field, because both mom and dad were veterinarians.
Right. So I get a lot of that. Sometimes they just assume that I always wanted to be a veterinarian because my mom and dad are veterinarians. So it actually, when I was a kid, I loved animals, I loved science. But who wants to be like their parents? You know?
Exactly.
So I knew I wanted to do something medical, so I went to Indiana University to hopefully go to medical school. I did some job shadowing and decided that human medicine wasn't my thing. I don't think I would have been as happy. So my guidance counselor at the time, I talked to her and she said, have you ever thought about, being a veterinarian? You love animals? And I said, well, actually, my parents are veterinarians, but I've just never thought about it.
And that's how it all started.
And that's how it started. So my junior year at Indiana University, I kind of changed some classes up and started to go more towards the veterinary side, and here I am.
How cool is that? It's really, it's just a one-on-one, getting to know you, because we see you every month, and you're giving us awesome pet tips. And one person in particular, Karen, she asked essential oils. They're big for us as humans, but which ones can your dogs or cats have?
Right. So there's a lot of different opinions about essential oils. There's a lot more research, obviously, on the human side. And I'm a fan of, trying all different types of therapies for your cats and your dogs. But first of all, I do have to mention there are some essential oils that you cannot, or is suggested not to use on your pets. However, that's even still controversial. There are some things that they're just not sure, so they just would rather avoid it than to cause any issues. But for cats especially, no citrus oils, so like the lemon, the lime, and anything that has maybe orange, just try to avoid those. But also peppermint, wintergreen. There's a long list. You may want to get some information off of a reputable site. But also dogs, there's a few that they shouldn't be exposed to. Again, wintergreen, melaleuca, thyme, birch, clove.
Really?
They're just suggesting to maybe avoid those. And then obviously we like to diffuse a lot of essential oils, so we just have to be careful what we use. And if your dog or your cat doesn't like the smell, always make sure that there's a way that they can get away from the smell. So don't lock them in a room with a diffuser.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And if you have any questions, they can just ask you.
Yeah, they can ask me. Now, there's not a lot of veterinarians know about essential oils.
Yeah.
But some do. So, but definitely they can call and ask me. I'd be happy to look into alternative therapies.
Well, speaking about alternative therapies, before we wrap up, one question that was asked is about abscess in cats. Can people treat them at home?
Sometimes. So cat abscesses most commonly are from a bite wound from typically another cat or even a wild animal or a dog. But the biggest thing is they do need to be on an antibiotic. So eventually they do need to be seen by a veterinarian. But what you can do at home is just rinse the wound out with some water. Some tap water that you would drink. You can try to rinse it out. Obviously be careful, they may be a little painful. But do not give any pain medication at home. Cats are very sensitive, and you can actually hurt them by doing over-the-counter pain medicine. But flushing it out, cleaning it, keeping it as clean as you can until you can get to your veterinarian.
Wow, these are great tips, and I love that you just came here and hung out with us and answered some of the questions that folks posted on Facebook. You guys have 2 locations on the north and the south. Hours of operation are there in the screen, as well as phone number. Dr. J, thanks for hanging out with me.
Thank you so much. This was fun.
It was. We'll do it again. Guys, stick with us. We have plenty more to come on Good Day Live.